Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
They just always tell you to stop looking.
Yeah.
It'll come when you least expect it. Just be positive. And I was like, no, like this sucks.
Yeah.
Like I'm sad. Like I want love and I deserve it.
I love
Run! Get to the chopper!
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today, we're revisiting the Tamron Hall Show, a daytime talk show that, like most mainstream platforms, refuses to tell women the truth. And guess who's back? A familiar face who went viral for crying in her car about being single.
Our next guests both went on TikTok to share how they really feel about dating, and millions of people have really identified with what they had to say. 29-year-old Ryan Spencer recorded a 3-minute TikTok getting emotional about wanting to find love and feeling left behind. Her post went viral, millions of views. Here's a little taste of it.
I genuinely just want love in my life so badly. Truly the only thing I'm missing in my life is someone to enjoy it with. And I'm so sick of waiting. Like, when is it going to be my turn? All of my friends have their fiancés and their boyfriends and their husbands that they prioritize. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've been left behind.
Millions of views of that video.
Spoiler alert, she's still single. Let's break this down.
Here's why I have been in that space. In my 30s in Chicago, I remember ending a relationship and I was like, oh boy, I don't want to tell anybody because I don't want them to think that I'm in another failed relationship. I wanted to be in a relationship, but I wasn't willing to settle. Yeah. I felt alone. And that's very bold and brave of you to say, because I challenge people out there to say you've never felt that way. Yeah. You've never felt you wanted somebody special, not just anybody. You want somebody, the right person.
Special. Keep this word in mind. It's the key to unlocking this foolishness.
Sure.
So when you went viral, were you expecting that?
No, I had always used TikTok as just my personal, honestly, diary. Like obviously online, you always subject yourself to whatever. But I was obviously having a bad day. And
because it wasn't just about dating. It was raining on your coat.
It was raining. It was all the elements were not in my favor.
Right.
And I think what had really prompted me to have that meltdown was that I think everyone around me, specifically my friends who are in
like everybody had
relationships, whatever, they just always tell you to stop looking. Yeah. It'll come when you least expect it. Just be positive. And I was like, no, like this sucks. Like I'm sad. Like I want love and I deserve it.
She still doesn't get it. Just like so many women today. She believes she deserves something just because she exists. Let's break down that word. Janice, read.
Deserve, verb, to have earned or to be given something because of the way you have behaved or the qualities you have. Example: after all that hard work, you deserve a holiday.
Modern women, including Ryan, conveniently overlook the way you have behaved. And Ryan's behavior is a huge part of why she's still single.
I had always used TikTok as just my personal, honestly, diary. Like obviously online.
This is interesting because we talk about the downsides of apps and dating. I actually think this is the upside of being single because now people are part of, they see themselves. You don't feel like it's just in your head.
Yeah, we can feel so lonely, like we're the only person who's ever felt this alone in what we're going through. But when you guys put yourselves out there like that, not only does it help you by seeing how many other people relate to you, but it helps everyone scrolling who's feeling the exact same way to suddenly say, oh wow, I'm actually not alone. And especially when you're the only single one in the friend group, it's so helpful to find other people who understand where you're at.
Stop clapping, you fools. Here we go again. A room full of women clapping for another woman crying about being single, as if that's the solution. Why?
Why?
Because it makes them feel good.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
The biggest reward I've gotten from that video is just people thanking me for being their voice. Like,
That's
thank
what I
you
loved
for their
about it.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
Because when I first heard I was going viral, I was like, delete everything. We're out of here. But the messages that I received, like, this is my calling.
Similarly, I had the same kind of response to my video as well.
Because
and
you
I
had never been in a long-term relationship.
No, my
ever.
entire life. Yeah, I'm 41 years old. And what's hard is that we kind of hear that messaging from society that there's something wrong with you if you haven't. And I internalized that for so long that part of what I like to do and to talk back to the messaging that we have is that, you know, you are beautiful as you are, whatever stage your life is in, no matter if you're in a relationship long term, no matter if you've been single for forever, and you don't need to feel bad about who you are, and you can live your life more fully by understanding that.
Women are emotional creatures. Ranting and venting is therapeutic for them. But let's flip the script. What happens when a man cries and complains that he can't get a date? Oh, that's a huge turnoff, right?
Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
It's not logic.
The hypocrisy is unreal. And let's not forget, this woman went viral. What high-value man wants to date a woman who's on the internet airing out her personal business?
I had always used TikTok as just my personal, honestly, diary. Like, obviously online. Been my most important thing. Like, I have always been someone who believes, like, our connection is our connection and everything else is outside noise. Right. The guys that I've dated in the last year, the pattern that I've seen with them is that it's almost like they feel this need to have everything in their life built before they can let love in. Whereas women, more generally, we are so like nurturing and we can see us like building a life together, at least for me.
Where these women at? They don't call my show. They're not. You better come fresh. Like the one that calls my show, like I love that Tamron was open to a pizza date. These girls like 5-star restaurant on day one before you get my first name. And that's the issue though, because you see how Tamron, who richer than all of us, child, and very successful, was willing to go on a pizza date, and now she's married to the man of her dreams. So we need more Tamrons to understand that, listen, you can be a boss woman, but the things that matter more, don't make it so high just to date.
Damn!
Now, can I get a drizzle, drizzle?
Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle.
There you have it. Ryan isn't struggling to get dates. She's struggling to get commitment. And why?
Why?
Because the men she wants don't want her. These women keep saying they want someone special. Translation, she doesn't want an average man. And here's the reality. If you're chasing the top 10%, you have to compete. These high-value men have options, and when they find out she's that girl from the viral video, they are out.
Run! Get to the chopper!
And I think two things can exist at once, right? I think two things can always exist at once, and I think that's kind of just been my, I guess, brand almost, if you want to call it, that I've developed through all this social media stuff is like, I do like myself. I have a lot to offer.
You absolutely.
But I see that in myself. I love who I see in the mirror. That wasn't always the case, but I do love who I see in the mirror. But I think while being grateful for all the things I do have, I still can be, lacking that love in my life and being sad about it.
What exactly do you bring to the table? She says she has a lot to offer, but why doesn't Tamron ask her what that is? We all know the answer. These women rack up thousands in student debt for a degree. They grind to be independent, but when it comes to attracting a high-value man, they think they can just sit back, wait, pray, manifest, and complain on the internet. Ladies, effort matters. You want a man to earn you. What have you done to earn him?
I had always used TikTok as just my personal, honestly, diary. Like obviously online.
Here's the harsh truth. If Ryan truly had the qualities high-value men wanted, she would have been wiped up already. It's really that simple. Men at the top have an abundance of options, and they don't choose women who bring drama, emotional instability, or a social media history of crying about being lonely. So what's the takeaway? If you want a high-value man, you need to offer something high-value in return. Complaining online, waiting for the right one and thinking you're owed something isn't gonna cut it. And that's why she's still single.
True.
Right.
You can be happy with who you are, but also want someone special in your life.
Let me hear your thoughts in the comments. And as always, Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.